Hey, it's Sol with another video. Thanks to the sponsors for making today possible, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more of this and all things Warcraft. Nathanos Blightcaller. He's the ranger we love to hate in the Battle for Azeroth expansion. He's been getting a bit more of that hate lately, and maybe it's deserved, but today I'm going to list a few facts about Nathanos that you may or may not know about. Hey, how about that? I'm doing fluff content, but let's get started. According to Wikipedia, Nathanos' first appearance was in June 6, 2005, with the patch 1.5 update. This also happens to be the time Blizzard brought in the PvP reward system. Nathanos was a high-level NPC in the Eastern Plaguelands, accompanied by his powerful Blighthounds. Nathanos' dislike of everything didn't come out of nowhere. In fact, he's lightened up over the years. During his days in the Eastern Plaguelands, he had pretty much no filter, often using insults like imbecile to address his fellow Horde champions. I'll attempt to read some of this quest text in his voice. The High Elves of the Quelithian Lodge possess something that belongs to me. A document detailing my life as a mortal. Before you ask, no. You most certainly are not privy to such information. Just do as I tell you, worm. Recover the registry. And imbecile, be sure to leave as much strife and grief as possible in your wake. Leave them suffering. Damn, dude, like, what did we ever do to you? There's a living version of Nathanos over at Old Hillsbrad, accessible through the Caverns of Time and then traveling to South Shore. He's over at the Town Hall, chatting with other NPCs, but he doesn't have any dialogue whatsoever. I kind of like him that way.
I'm Jim Peary, and in Final Fantasy XV, I played King Regis.
You have no cause for concern.
Nor do you.
Take heed. Once you set forth, you cannot turn back.
Nathanos wasn't given his own voice until World of Warcraft Legion, and is voiced by Jim Peary, who has lent his talents to the World of Warcraft game since its launch as a variety of uncredited voices. Here are some non-WoW soundbites from his demo reel.
We had a goddamn arrangement! I did it for you, and that's how you repay me! You know this guy, Joel?
He's my roommate. He's got this crazy idea that you're actually a caveman.
Me, a caveman.
Yeah, I know, it's...
You gotta be kidding me. I'm super good looking and mega successful.
One of Nathanos' earliest mentions in writing comes from the short story, Shadows Under the Sun, originally written in 2008 by Sarah Pine, as an entry in the Blizzard Creative Writing Contest. This story ended up winning the grand prize, and it was then re-released as canon in 2012 after a few minor changes. As for the actual content, the story is focused on Lorthamar and the Blood Elves, but it also contains brief details of Nathanos' brutal attacks against the Alliance. In fact, the earlier quotes I read were from the very last quest this story references. Before the Cataclysm expansion, Nathanos was not only a quest giver for the Horde, he was a raid-level target for the Alliance. And if you weren't careful, he and his skeleton armies and puppies would jack you up. After the Cataclysm, he was relocated to the Undercity as a class trainer. When asked how he managed to survive the Alliance attack, he said that he simply faked his death. On April 2017, Nathanos received his own short story, Dark Mirror, written by Steve Denuser, who joined the WoW team as a senior game designer in 2015. It was here that the connective dots written throughout his history beforehand, Nathanos being the only human to become a Ranger Lord, his mentorship under Sylvanas, and his fierce loyalty to her in both life and death, resulted in the strong suggestion that there's a romantic connection between the two. This sealed the trifecta, that the Windrunner sisters are definitely into human meat. Woo woo. Dark Mirror also explains Nathanos' physical changes. Sylvanas gifted her champion a new body, but to do so required the flesh of someone close to him. Nathanos' cousin, a paladin named Stefan Maris, was the right man for the job. This is why Nathanos stands out as a more fleshed out Forsaken compared to his counterparts. Get it? Fleshed out because, he would... Okay, this isn't really a fact, but more like speculation. Unlike most Forsaken, Nathanos has red eyes, like the Dark Rangers. This could be the result of the methods used to restore Nathanos' body, or red eyes are some sort of special enhancement, like better vision to make Sylvanas' Dark Rangers more effective. Anyway, moving on. Nathanos may or may not like cake. During the cinematic epilogue of Legion Patch 735, there's a brief shot of Nathanos with a plate of unfinished food, including some cake. Did he take the cake to fulfill a social norm, even though he doesn't have to eat? Did he take the slice only to save it for later? Or is he saving it for his one true love? Nathanos has a pet bat mount named Bloodwing, who's only seen during the Stormheim introduction questline for the Horde. It might be a coincidence, but Bloodwing is also the name of another flying companion in the Borderlands series, who later becomes an adversary. Nathanos may have received a new body recently, but he sports some old school weapons. His bow and axes come from the Blade Fist family of weapons, which are BOE world drops from the Cataclysm expansion. And those are your fun facts. Maybe they were fun, I don't know, but I hope you liked it. I'm sure Nathanos did because there are very, very few videos about him. I wonder why. Anyway, please consider supporting the channel by liking the video, subscribing, or becoming a valued patron. But I'll see you next time. Until then, stay safe, stay happy, and stay breezy.